Hello everyone, very warm welcome once again to StudyIQ IS English. My name is Praveen Mishra and let's start the very next chapter in our art and culture series that is talking about classical dances of India. Okay, so the dances, just like the paintings, the two segments of Indian paintings, that is the murals as well as the miniatures, in the very same sense. Two segments are also there in the chapter of the dances. That is the first one, classical dances, and the other one being the folk dances. So we'll start the chapter with the segment that is called classical dances. Okay, so 8 classical dances are there as what you can see on your screens. Okay, so starting from Bharatnatyam to Kathak to Kathakali, then we have got Kuchipudi, Manipuri, Mohiniyattam, Odissi, and Satariya. Okay, remember, guys, talking about folk dances. Folk dances, they are many, means like n number of them, more than 25 to 30 around. Folk dances, okay, but classical dances, they are only and only how many? They are only and only 8. Okay, classical as in that belong to the aesthetics or the actual culture that were represented nationally. Folk dances are also having the Indian aesthetics. It's not like that they do not belong to the beauty or the aesthetics of the nation. Yes, but they are actually based or boundaried with some community only. Okay, when we talk about the difference between classical dances and folk dances, so classical dances, they are not means specifically belonging to any community or a region, right? Though they are having a geographical location, but yes, they are not boundaried with the region or specifically speaking with any community. Whereas the folk dances, okay, when you talk about the folk dances or the folk music or anywhere when we take the word folk, it is boundaried or actually mentioning or referring to a community or a group of individuals or a section or a sect only. Right, so this is what the basic difference between the classical dances and the folk dances. So we are starting with the next chapter, that is the classical dances of India. Okay, so with regard to the reference, which is that book which possess the utmost amount of knowledge with regard to the Indian classical dances? So it is a book written by Bharat Muni, Natya Shastra, the name of the book is. To be very precise here, Bharat Muni's book, that is Natya Shastra, is not talking about the dances. It doesn't mention, Bharatnatyam, Kathakali, Kuchipudi and all like that. No, not the mentioning, but the basic features of the Indian dances. Okay, basic features from where this concept of Natya to Nritta or to Nritya came from. Okay, and what are the rasas, that are the emotions, okay, that is the set of principles of the dance. Where are these coming from? So these are coming from the name of the book, that is Natya Shastra, written by whom? Bharat Muni. Okay, so one more thing, that is the last thing that is to be stated, that I already stated a minute back. The mention of the names of the dance is not there in the book this Natya Shastra. Okay, just the features, okay, just the basic elements are there. Like for example, we discussed in the Indian paintings, that is about a book, Vishnu Dharmottara Puran, that was having a chapter, that is Chitra Sutra, okay, that was referring the Shadanga. So when we mention the book Vishnu Dharmottara Puran, when we mention the single thing, that is Vishnu Dharmottara Puran, in that book or the chapter of Chitra Sutra, there is no mention of the miniature paintings like Pala school, Jain school, or the Mughal or the Rajput or the Pahadi or the Deccan paintings. No, there is no such mentioning. It represents what? The basic elements of the Indian paintings. That is that one particular word, Shadanga. Okay, that is the 6 limbs or the 6 organs. In that very same sense, when we talk about Indian classical dances, there are 8 of them. But the basic features of the dances, they are mentioned where? In the book that is known as Natya Shastra, written by whom? Bharat Muni. Okay, Bharat Muni. Now, according to the Natya Shastra, okay, the Indian classical dances, they have got 2 basic aspects. they either represent Tandav or they even represent Lasya. Okay, what the word Tandav basically means? It means the movement of the body as well as the rhythm, okay, of my body parts. So how my body is moving, like this rhythm thing, okay, and the movement of the body, that is from one part to the other part of the stage. And apart from that, the rhythm of the body means, like, I'm a very bad dancer, or else I would have danced here and showed you, okay, but let's not dance here, right? Okay, so Tandav, that is the movement and the rhythm, and the Lasya as in what is the bhav, okay, with what emotion, with what grace I am dancing. Like, for example, if I am dancing at my friend's wedding procession, okay, there would be some other, emotion in me. Whether if I'm dancing, at my family function, in any birthday party or anniversary, something like that, right? Or whether I'm just performing at a stage where there is a dance competition going on. So I would be having different set of emotions, right? The bhav, that is what is called as lasya. So the dances, classical dances, they do have got two different aspects. That is Tandav, that is the body movement and rhythm. That is basically the physical movement of the body. And another one is the Lasya, that is grace or emotions or ras, simply that has been mentioned. Okay. Then talking about the components. Though aspects are there, the body movement and the emotional disposition. Okay, just like the Shadanga one. Okay. Now, what are the components that the Indian classical dances they do possess? Okay, so there are three different components the Indian classical dances they possess. That is the things that are mentioned here: Natya, Nritta, and Nritya. Okay, so guys, make the difference very clear. Okay, what are the basic features? Okay, basic features with regard to the components. When we just mention the word components, so how many components are there in the Indian classical dances? Okay, so when you talk about the first one, that is Natya. Okay, so Natya, that is the dramatic element of the dance. That is the imitation of the character. Simply speaking, Natya, that is what character I am playing in the dance. Okay, Natya, that is basically what is the character I am playing in the dance. Whether I am, the hero in the dance, I'm the villain in the dance, I'm the side person of the dance, whether I'm the heroine, the actress, what I am. Okay, who I am in the dance, what is the character I'm playing. Okay, then next thing, Nritta. Okay, Nritta, what is that? The dance movement in their basic form. Simply speaking, the movement of my dance. Okay, my body movement, that is Nritta. And last comes the Nritya. Once again, the facial expression or the mudras or the gestures I am providing. Just the same way it has been mentioned in Tandav as well as in the Lasya. Okay, so three components. Natya, that is the single thing, what is known as the character I am representing. Nritta, that is my body movement. Nritya, that is my emotional disposition. Once again, the mudras or the gestures I am representing. Let's say, for example, in a dance, I have to represent that, yes, I'm going to fire a bow or an arrow. Okay, using a bow, I'm going to fire an arrow. So what I will do, I just take the fingers here like this and I will stretch and I'll release. Okay, so this stretch release thing. Okay, this is what my nritya, my gesture. Okay, and apart from that, I'm showing, that is while dancing, while hitting someone with the bow and the arrow. Okay, and I'm showing could be some anger or kind of something very, disgust thing. So my face expression, like I'm disgusted, like, okay, I'm going to kill you, like, write that. Okay, so this is what the word gesture or the mudras come into be. That is nritya. So nritta, that is body movement. Once again, nritya, that is my gestures or the facial expressions, and natya, that is simply the character I have been playing. Okay, so this is what the basic aspects of the Indian classical dances. Okay, the three components and the two basic aspects. Now, talking about the ras as in emotions. What are the emotions, or how many are the emotions according to the Bharat Muni's book of Natya Shastra? One single performance of a dance possess. Okay, so Bharat Muni has stated in his book Natya Shastra once again that there are 9 different emotions in one single dance performance. Okay, or any of the dance performance, it could possess 9 different emotions, or the ras. The word ras has been mentioned. So what are they? It could be either love, heroism, it could be pathos, humor, anger, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace. Okay, so how many of them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so how many ras or how many emotions or bhav I can have in a dance performance? Maximum 9. And what are they? Love, heroism, pathos, humor, anger, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace. Okay, so these are the 9 different ras or the emotions I can have in one single dance performance. Once again, what is the name of the book? Please, it is very, very important. Okay, name is Natya Shastra. Written by whom? Written by Bharat Muni. Okay, so 9 ras: love, heroism, pathos, humor, anger, fear, disgust, wonder, and peace. So these are the 9 ras or the emotions. Next. So starting with the first dance. Okay, starting with the first dance we have, that is termed as Bharatnatyam. Okay, termed as what? Bharatnatyam. So how do I define the features of Bharatnatyam dance? How do we actually explain the features or the segments of the dance that is known as Bharatnatyam? So here we go. The region where this Bharatnatyam is in prominence. See guys, please make it very clear that though the regions we do discuss while mentioning the dances, but it is the place of origin. Like we talk about Bharatnatyam dance, it is the place of origin that is Tamil Nadu. It is not like that Bharatnatyam is boundaried into the territories of Tamil Nadu only. No. The Bharatnatyam dancers, you can find them all over India. Right? Same goes with other dancers as well. So when we mention the name, okay, of the place, we mention actually not its boundary. We mention its area of origin, from where it originated. Right? So what is Bharatnatyam? It's a classical Indian dance originated in Tamil Nadu, not just boundaried in Tamil Nadu. And it is followed with every other dance. Kathak, Kathakali, Kuchipudi, Mohiniyattam, Odissi, Satariya, whatsoever. Okay. So there was a great personality related to the dance Bharatnatyam. His name was Nandi Keshwara, and he wrote a very fine piece of book that is known as Abhinay Darpan. Okay, so as you can see, it is mentioned the name Abhinay Darpan. Written by whom? What is the name? Name is Nandi Keshwara. Okay, it is one of the major sources or the main sources of the textual material for the study of the technique and grammar of the body movement in the Bharatnatyam dance. So basically, when we talk about the basic features of the Indian classical dances, there is a book known as Natya Shastra written by Bharat Muni. But when we specifically talk about the features of dance Bharatnatyam, just the basic features of the dance Bharatnatyam, so we have got another book, okay, that is named as Abhinay Darpan, written by whom? Nandi Keshwara. Simply, it states about all the basic features, facets, elements, aspects of the dance Bharatnatyam. Okay, Bharatnatyam dance, it is also known as, okay, dance is also known as with some other name, that is, for example, Ekharya. Ekaharya means where one dancer takes on many roles in a single performance. So that Natya concept, okay, that is the very first element, Natya. That is what? Representing the character. How many characters? Many characters, multiple. Okay. So in one dance performance, a dancer of Bharatnatyam could represent multiple characters or multiple roles. Okay, that is the element of Natya. Okay, so what is the name of the book? The name is Abhinay Darpan, written by whom? Nandikeshwara. And Bharatnatyam dance, okay, the term, it is also famous as Ekaharya. Ekaharya as in one dancer could perform, that is one single person while performing the dance could take on multiple roles. Okay. Now, the most beautiful, striking, wonderful, or the biggest aesthetic of the dance Bharatnatyam is its orchestra. Other dances, okay, they may be having orchestra or maybe not, or they could be also performed with a music system, electronic music system, something like that. But Bharatnatyam dance, classically when we talk about, okay, its genesis, what it says, that it must be performed along with an orchestra only, right? So it must be performed what? Only along with an orchestra. An orchestra that must have 5 different people. Who are they? They are a vocalist. Vocalist as in the one who will sing. Okay. Second one is mridangam player. That is, it looks like a double-sided dholak. A violinist or a veena player. Okay. That desi guitar, what we call. Okay. Then a flautist, the one who is playing the flute. And the one that is known as the cymbal player, the one who is playing the cymbal. Okay. Some people also pronounce it as kimbal. Okay. So whatever it is, cymbal or kimbal, doesn't matter. Just remember that is Bharatnatyam dance, also known as Ekaharya. The biggest reference of the book comes from the book named as Abhinay Darpan, written by Nandikeshwara. Okay. So we talk about the features of the Bharatnatyam dance. It is accompanied by an orchestra that shall consist these 5 people, at least these 5 people. Who are they? A vocalist, a mridangam player, a violinist or a veena player, okay, a flautist or a cymbal player as well. Okay, so as what we can see here. Here we go. See, though this picture refers only 4 people, but in actual orchestra of Bharatnatyam there are 5 people. So as we can see, the one who is mentioned, who is absent here, is the veena player. Okay, right? So this is the one, okay, this is the gentleman who is playing the mridangam. This is mridangam actually. And here there is a lady who is playing the cymbal, as you can see in her hands. Okay, 2 small plates she is having, okay, and she plays it along with the rhythm of the other musical instruments. Then there is a vocalist who is singing, and there is the flautist as well, the one who is just playing the flute. Okay, the only one who is missing here is the veena player. Okay. So yes, good afternoon guys, good afternoon Mohit and Sandesh. Hope you guys are doing well and hope you guys are enjoying the classes as well. I believe everything would be going good and fine. So all clear guys, all those who are live with me right now. Any doubts with the previous chapter or with the dances as well? Anything you need to ask? Okay, that seems perfect. Fine enough. Right? So next, the person who conducts the dance recitation, okay, the reciting of the verses from the epics also takes place there, and the one who recites, okay, is called as Nattu Vanar. Okay, the one who recites, okay, it is the name Nattu Vanar. Okay, and apart from that, the dance is generally divided into 7 main parts. Okay, the dance performance, okay, it is divided in 7 parts. What are they? Alarippu, Jatiswaran, Shabda, Varna, Pada, Thilana and Sloka. Okay, so yes dear, विजयनगर एम्पायर के बारे में क्लास होगी, as I promised, इसी वीक क्लास होगी, don't worry. Okay, so dance is generally divided into 7 main parts, that is Alarippu, Jatiswaran, Shabda, Varan, Pad, Thilana and Shloka. Right? Okay, so these are the 7 divisions of a one single dance performance, that is Bharatnatyam. Now coming to the another dance performance. Okay, another wonderful thing, as you can see on your screen. This time it's not Bharatnatyam, it is the dance that is Kathak. Guys, remember, people often get confused. They mistaken this thing, that Kathak and Kathakali. Okay, many of the people sometimes they say they both are same. No, they have the poles apart differences between them. Okay, Kathak and Kathakali, they are two different things. Okay, two different dances. Okay, Kathak is in the its origin we can trace into the northern belts, whereas Kathakali once again it's into the southern belts. Okay, so this is what we are going to discuss. Kathak. Okay, origin where? North India. It has been derived from the word Katha. Okay, Katha, that is reciting of a story, and from there the word came, that is Kathak. It was primarily a village dance, okay, a village dance performance wherein the dancers, they do perform on the ancient scriptures narrated. There is a guy who used to narrate some ancient scriptures or the chapters from other epics of India or the other Indian scriptures or literature, and the dancers, they used to perform the dance on the stories, that is Katha. So from there the word came Kathak. Okay, so Kathak origin can be traced to which part of the nation? Towards the northern part. Okay, yes Sandesh, Kathakali, it's Kathak. We are not dealing with Kathakali, it's Kathak. Okay, so specifically Kathak, okay, that is Kathar, origin North India, okay, represented the epics or the chapters from the legends or from the life of Radha and Krishna. Okay, specifically from Lord Krishna. Okay, so the legends of Radha and Krishna were enacted in the folk plays called Ras Leela, which combined the folk dance with the basic gestures of the Kathak story tellers. Okay, so what is the logic? Just a second. Okay, yeah. So that is what the legends of Radha Krishna. Okay, they were played when? They were played with the Kathak. Okay, Kathak story teller, that is Kathak, and the dance came into being as well, that is Kathak. Okay, so here we go with the next of the features, the very basic features of Kathak dance. Okay, so under the Mughal emperors, yes, you are watching it right. Mughal emperors and their nobles, the Kathak was performed in the court, right? So this is what it could be not digested by many of the people, that how come it possible that the legends of Radha Krishna, the stories based on Indian epics, okay, how come it be possible that they were performed in the courts of the Mughals, their kings and their nobles as well? But yes, it was being performed. See, I'm not trying to glorify Mughals or justify anything. I'm just telling that yes, these days people have become, bit adamant with regard to the acceptance of the fact that once upon a time things were not this much, religiously extreme as presently we are watching. Okay, since last couple of decades or maybe more. But yes, once upon a time, in the initial stages, yes, there were problems with regard to the religious extremism at that time as well. It's not like that time, during the Mughals or any other dynasty, there was not religious extremism. There was, yes, there were too many atrocities against one religion or against multiple religions by one religion. Okay, it's not the fact that they were not the atrocities. They were, okay, there were. But still, there existed an element of harmony, as we have discussed in the Indian painting segment, and here what we are watching into the Indian classical dances segment as well. Kathak being performed on the legends of Radha Krishna, okay, it was being performed into the courts of the Mughal kings and nobles, right? Usually, next element of the dance, usually a solo performance, okay, and the dancer often pauses to recite the verses in between, okay, the verses from the epics only. And where is the primary focus? Primary focus is more on the footwork. So Kathak is the dance which is having a more of a primary focus on the footwork, right, and not on the other elements. Okay, yes, not on, means like not on the other elements, but major or the primary focus is on the movement of the foot. And apart from that, the word ghungru comes into the picture here, that is ankle bells. Ankle bells as in the ghungru. Okay, so the Kathak dancers, the strike or the highlight of the dances, the dancers, they do play, they do wear whatever, okay, may it be the male dancers or even the female dancers, or actually the ghungru is now female only, but once upon a time female dancers or the male dancers as well, while performing this Kathak dance, they used to wear what? The ankle bells, that is the ghungru. Okay, and the last line here, Kathak is the only form of the Indian classical dance that is performed on the Hindustani or North Indian music. See, the next chapter that we will be discussing, it will be about the music only. Okay, so music in India is also divided into two subheads. Okay, that is North Indian music and South Indian music. North Indian music, it is known as Hindustani music, whereas South Indian music, it is known as Carnatic music. Okay, so please mark this thing. It's very, very important. Hindustani music. Okay, Hindustani music as in North Indian music. When we talk about Hindustani music, it will be North Indian music. And Kathak, see the big adjective or the strike or the highlight of the Kathak dance. It is the only form of the Indian classical dance that is performed on Hindustani music. Rest all others, they are performed on Carnatic music. So out of 8, 7 dances are there which are performed on Carnatic music. Just one dance, that is Kathak, it is performed on the North Indian music, or also known as the Hindustani music. Right? So this is the basic features of the dance that is known as Kathak. Next comes into the picture the another aesthetics of Indian culture, Indian art and culture, the performing arts here. Bharatnatyam. Okay, another wonderful dance. Kathakali. Right? So after Bharatnatyam, after Kathak, next one, that is Kathakali. Right? So what is Kathakali all about? What are the basic features of the dance Kathakali? It is the blend of dance, music and acting, that is Natya, Nritta and Nritya. all visible clearly, along with Tandav and Lasya, which are mostly adapted from the Indian epics. So all of the representation in the Kathakali dance, once again coming from what? The epics of India, right? Heavy makeup and stunning costumes, elaborate masks, huge skirts, and big head, they are used in the Kathakali dances. And the dancers, they enact the roles of king, gods, demons, etc. Basically, the major character representation, that is Natya, comes from major three segments, that is either the god, either the demon, or either the king. Okay, the vocalist narrates the legends, and the percussionist, that is the musical player, okay, the musical instrument player, they play the musical instruments there. That's it. Okay, so this is what? Kathakali dance. Okay, Kathakali, once again, as you can see, big masks, okay, elaborate makeup, long skirts, okay, they are all the striking features of the Kathakali dance. Okay, and the another feature that we need to discuss, it's this. As you can see, the simple makeup, well, we should not take the word simple, because the makeup in the Kathakali dance is very complicated, very much detailing, and very rigid task to perform as well, right? So as you can see, the different colors, they do indicate different mental stages or characters. Okay, green represents nobility, as you can see, this prevalence of green color, dominance of green color basically. Black represents some wickedness, okay, as you can see, the eyes, they are colored in black. Red, it represents either the royalty or the evil. Okay, so red, royalty and evil, black, wickedness, green, nobility. Okay, so the dancer, the dancer has a makeup. The makeup could possess three different colors: green representing nobility, black representing wickedness, okay, and red representing the royalty as well as the evil, right? So what are the features? Features, once again, what are they? Good elaborate masks, huge skirts, and big head dresses. Okay, they are used in the Kathakali dance. And the dancers, when it comes to the Natya, that is the character display, they do have the characters either god, either demons, or the kings, or any other. But the primary features, the primary characters, god, demons, and kings. Right? This is what? Kathakali. And now let's move to the next segment, that is discussing few MCQs related to the topics. So the first question for the day. Guys, please be very active and quick and fast as well. I request you all while answering. So be as much as quick as you guys can. So here we go. Consider the following statements regarding Bharatnatyam. Okay. Originated in the temples of North India and later spread to South. Characterized by intricate footwork, sculpturesque poses and expressions known as bhav. Dance is usually accompanied by Carnatic music and vocalist who narrates the story through songs known as Nattuvana, right? So which of the statements given above is or are correct? Come on. Answer, guys. Quickly. B. Okay, fine enough. Correct. The correct answer is B. First could never be the answer. First statement could never be correct, as in, because it didn't originated in North. It originated in South India only, that is in the beautiful location of Tamil Nadu, right? So the first statement could never be correct. So using elimination technique also you can get the answer. First statement is mentioned in option A, is in option C, and in option D. So obviously the answer that could be possible answer, it could be B only, that is 2 and 3. Okay. Yes. Next, with reference to Kathak, consider the following statements. First, Kathak evolved in the Mughal courts, where it became more refined and focused on the rhythmic footwork. Next, it is the only classical dance form that uses ghungroos as part of the performances. Next, the dance form was originally performed by temple priests to narrate mythological stories. Come on, guys, correct answers, please. Come on. A, B, C, and D, that is 1 and 3, 2 and 3, 1, 1, 2, and 3. What is the correct answer? Quickly, guys. It could be as simple as possible question. Okay, so Sandesh has to state A. Let's see. So the correct answer is A, 1 and 3 only. Yes, statement 1 and statement 3 are only correct. Okay, statement 2 stands incorrect. Right? Next, consider the following elements of Indian classical dances. Natya, Nritta and Nritya. Which of the above elements focuses solely on pure dance movements without expressions? Natya, Nritta and Nritya. So let's see the correct answer. It is B, 2 only. Right? Natya refers to the dramatic storytelling. Nritta refers to pure dance movements, and Nritya combines expressions as well as dance movement. Okay, emotional disposition along with the body movement. So Natya, Nritta and Nritya, the three aspects of the Indian classical dances. Next, which of the following statements regarding Abhinay in Indian classical dance is correct? We might have not discussed this today, but still, let's have validation. So Abhinay in the Indian classical dances, what is this? It refers to facial expression used in dance performance. It includes 4 components: Angika, Vachika, Aharya and Satvika. It is exclusive to Bharatnatyam and does not apply to other classical dances. And it is a dance form mentioned in the Natya Shastra that does not involve acting. So, what's the correct answer? Come on. Take a rough guess if you can. Okay, no problem. Let's have the correct answer. It is B. That is, it includes the components, the 4 different components, that is Angika, Vachika, Aharya and Satvika. So, explanation let's have. What is Angika? Angika refers to the body movement. Okay, that is Nritta. Vachika, that is a speech or the lyrics, that is narration or the recitation. Aharya, that is costumes and makeup. And Satvika, that is inner expressions and emotions, that is mentioning towards Nritya. Okay, so this is what Abhinay, the term, means. Okay, 4 elements: Angika, body movement; Vachika, speech; Aharya, costumes and makeups; Satvika, inner expressions or emotions, basically. Right? Next, consider the statements regarding the use of mudras in Indian classical dances. Okay. So, mudras are classified into asamyukta, that is single hand gestures, and samyukta, that is double hand gestures. The Abhinay Darpan by Nandikeshwara is a major text explaining various mudras. Mudras are only used in Bharatnatyam and not in any other classical dance forms. So, what could be the correct answer? 1 and 2, 2 and 3, 1 and 3, or 1, 2 and 3, that is A, B, C and D. Okay. So, let's go ahead directly with the answer. Here we go. 1 and 2 only. So, mudras, that are hand gestures, they are extensively in classical dance to communicate expressions and meanings. They are classified into 2. That is actually asamyukta mudra, that is single hand gesture. Okay, asamyukta. Samyukta mudras, that is dual hand gestures. Okay. So, the statement 1 is correct. Abhinay Darpan by Nandikeshwara is an important text that describes various mudras. Okay, so statement 2 is also correct. And mudras are used in all classical dance forms, not just Bharatnatyam. It is Kathak, Odissi, Kuchipudi and any others. Okay, as well. So, statement 3 stands incorrect. Okay, guys. So that's it with the topics for the day. I hope it was helpful. And if they are, so please do let me know about your opinion into the comment section. And please, if there are any doubts as well, then you can use the YouTube comment section to let me know your doubts. Or else, if you want to connect with me, so we have got the two platforms to connect. That is the one Instagram, other one that is Telegram. So on Instagram, you can just search the username Praveen Mishra underscore 2107. And on Telegram, you can just go ahead with the channel that is study underscore with underscore Praveen. So study with Praveen, Telegram, and Praveen Mishra underscore 07 Instagram. So guys, let's sign off for the day. With regard to the art and culture class, we'll meet up into the polity classes as well as the other current events classes. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and please do subscribe for our channel. And apart from that, hit the like button as well if you like the class. Thank you so much once again. Bye bye. Good day. Take care. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.